Yo, testing. Mic check. 1, 2. So and so called your name. So? What's new? F him. F them and F you. Yo, can I be heard? Let's just see here. Yep. I'm loud and clear. All right. Canelo Munguia. Let's get it. Shout out to the guys in the chat. We got Philip. We got Leo. We got Askip. Why not do this on my main channel? Because this is my streaming channel. It's always good to diversify rather than keeping all your content on one channel. Always best to do that. For anybody who isn't too familiar with the ins and outs of content creation, yeah, it's always best to diversify. Leo says, can we officially say Canelo ducked Benavidez? Definitely. That's 100% a duck. All right, let's have a look at this Canelo ring entrance here. All right, pretty muted. Probably not the right word to use, but not as extravagant as some of Canelo's previous entrances. I guess they cost a lot of money, right? You know the one that he did for John Ryder? That was a crazy entrance. Actually, this entrance here has an old school feel. Because you see how they're having to get through this crowd. In a lot of boxing these days, they've got like a massive clear walkway that's just a big straight line where the crowd are nowhere near the fighter. You know, they're like several feet away and they've got this big open space to walk to the ring. But yeah, this is more like an old school ring walk. Here we go. You notice how many fighters are superstitious? They always do that ducking underneath the rope thing. It's like people that don't want to step on drains in the road. You know those drain covers on the pavement? There's some people that won't step on them. They think it's bad luck. And even more OCD than that is people who won't step on the cracks in the pavement. All right, here we go. Canelo Munguia. Let's just see here. Yep. I'm loud and clear. So what are you guys saying? What are your predictions for this fight? How do you see it going? I skip saying, I see Canelo fans saying Benavidez ducked Canelo by moving up in weight. Crazy. Yo, that's crazy. That's what you call gaslighting. Yeah, it's indefensible what Canelo's doing. He said he wouldn't fight Mexicans, and here he is fighting a Mexican. And he's fought loads of Mexicans in the past as well, so it's a load of rubbish. All right, Leo's saying Canelo won points. What are you guys saying? I'm saying Canelo won points as well. Yeah, Phil is saying Canelo won points. It's like a meme, innit? I remember when I used to have my Facebook group. Whenever people would do predictions, in fact, people just used to banter about it all the time. Like if people were doing a prediction for, I don't know, an Anthony Joshua fight or a Golovkin fight that didn't even involve Canelo, you know, they'd ask for people's predictions and everyone would just say Canelo on points because it's like a meme, innit? It's the thing to do when Canelo fights is just to pick him to win on points. Yeah, I would go Canelo points because Munguia is tough. He's got a good chin. He's shown that. And Canelo sometimes won't step on the gas. See, Canelo's one of these guys that has the power to stop people, but he just won't step on the gas. I mean, he's a very stocky fighter, like muscular fighter. And a lot of the time, those guys don't really have the work rate. Their physique, their build won't allow them to have a serious work rate unless they're throwing pitty-patty punches. But, you know, Canelo throws solid shots. He's not the kind of guy to, you know, pussyfoot around with his power. He tends to throw everything 100%. Phil says, did you know that Benavidez is at the fight? No. Yeah, actually I did. Yeah, because he was in the studio. They were interviewing him. Yeah. Yeah, Canelo may try to stop Munguia, but a young guy like that who's strong, who's got a good chin, who's fit, it'll be very difficult. But at the end of the day, you never know. I'm picking Canelo, but he's in there with a young man. And sometimes youth can surprise you. A young guy can spring an upset out of nowhere against an old vet like Canelo. I mean, I say old, he's in his early 30s, right? But he's had a lot of fights. So, all right, here we go. Let's see what this fight do. Let's see what this fight do. Look at that. Munguia looking at the sky, at the ceiling. Canelo looking at the floor. The superstitions continue. This is Canelo's last fight with PBC, I think. Or has he got two more after this? One more after this. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Round one, about to start. There's the bell. We're underway. All right, Canelo moving around the ring on the back foot here. Munguia coming forward. The younger guy. Canelo wants to have a look, as he often does in the early rounds. It's interesting that Canelo was chosen to go on the back foot here, because we've seen Canelo on the front foot for most of his fights for a very, very long time. It's quite rare these days to see Canelo go on the back foot. Obviously, he can. He did in the first Golovkin fight. He has done in many fights. But as he's moved up in weight, he has tended to do it less because of the fact that he's the shorter guy. So he usually has to get close to get past the taller opponent's reach. Munguia working a jab here. Jab to the body, jab to the head. Nothing from Canelo yet. Munguia getting some shots off. Nothing landing clean. Canelo's blocking all these shots. All right, first right hand from Canelo. That was thrown with good speed. Yeah, lots of work rate here from Munguia. And that will be the challenge for Canelo Alvarez, is to land something solid on Munguia to slow that work rate down, to start punishing him for his activity. If he doesn't, then that's obviously to Munguia's advantage. He can start picking up rounds. Good jab to the body there from Jaime Munguia. You know, Dimitri Bivol really outworked Canelo Alvarez. Obviously, he used the speed and what have you. Munguia looking good so far. The youth. Now we see Canelo Alvarez moving forward with Munguia on the back foot. Munguia got a lot of that nervous energy there. All right. Canelo gets wrapped up. Tactical clinch there from Jaime Munguia. Okay, Munguia complaining about, I think, Canelo putting his head into his jaw. He's obviously the shorter man. 39 seconds left in the first round. Canelo attempts a left hook. Blocked by Munguia. Munguia comes back with some shots. Good body shot there. Right hand to the body by Canelo. Canelo getting his jab going. Okay, good left hook there. Oh, good combinations by Munguia. Munguia looking fast here. These are some of the fastest combinations I've ever seen from Jaime Munguia. Definitely got a lot of that nervous energy going. It's almost like he's trying to replicate Dimitri Bivol's tactics and almost Dimitri Bivol's style a little bit. That was an interesting round. Munguia still complaining about, I'm not sure what it was, an elbow to the face or Canelo putting his forehead in his face. But yeah, that was an interesting opening round. I gave that to Jaime Munguia. Again, looks like he's trying to replicate the style and the tactics of Dimitri Bivol. Very interesting. I certainly didn't expect that. Definitely didn't expect. That's caught me off guard a little bit. Is his little Dimitri Bivol impression. Interesting stuff. All right, here we go. Round two. All right, let's see what Canelo can do here. He's getting his jab off there. Yeah, this is definitely a surprise for me as far as Munguia's style and tactics. And I think it may be a surprise for Canelo as well. Munguia doesn't normally fight like this. I mean, we've seen him fight at a high pace before, but that's usually winging in quite wild hooks. Whereas the punches that Munguia is throwing here are thrown with good form. Nice, short, straight shots, little snappy combinations. And he's keeping his jab going there, Munguia, to keep Canelo off balance, to keep him occupied. This is very interesting. Canelo there with a good body shot, left hook. All right, Canelo. Oh, okay, Canelo getting some shots off here. Nothing too clean. But you can see Canelo is fighting at a much slower pace. Oh, good body shot there. Good combinations by Jaime Munguia. Canelo, again, much slower pace than Munguia. He fights in spots, whereas Munguia is constantly letting the shots go. That was a good left hook to the body there from Canelo. He's obviously going to look to try and slow Munguia down with the body shots. And he's going to need to, because Munguia's off to a very fast start here. Impressive stuff from the youngster. Okay, good right hand there from Canelo, but Munguia was pulling back, so took the sting out of it. Could Munguia pull off the upset? This is a closer round so far. I'll probably still go for Munguia. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these shots are not landing, but Canelo's not throwing anything. I mean, he's thrown a few in the round, but not enough to make up for Jaime Munguia's volume for my money. A few more than the first round, but still not enough. Okay, good body shots there from Canelo Alvarez. 27 seconds left to go in the first round. 25, 24, 23. Canelo trying to get the jab going. I mean, this is shaping up to be a very good fight already. This second round is a real good round. Could this be a modern Mexican classic? We will see. Left hook. Oh, good shots there from Canelo Alvarez. Partially blocked by Munguia. A left hook followed by a 1-2. Very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting. I'll be back in a sec. All right, here we go. Round 3. The commentators, again, same as me, same as I'm sure most of you, surprised by Jaime Munguia's hand speed in this fight. He's never been a slow fighter, but I've never seen his hands as snappy as this. Oh, good right hand there by Jaime Munguia with Canelo backing up. And this is what you have to do when you fight an older guy, is you have to fight a young man's fight. An older guy doesn't want to move as much as you. He doesn't want to throw as many punches as you. So the high energy stuff favors a younger guy. Nice uppercut there from Canelo Alvarez. You know, the more Munguia can keep this fight on the outside, I think the better it is for him, especially early on. I know it's not really his game, but he's got the reach on Canelo. And as I say, doing his best Dmitry Bivol impression. You have to figure that the longer the fight goes, a guy like Munguia, who's used to exchanging, the more he'll start falling into his typical habits. Oh, Canelo, nice jab there. Just starting to get his counter punching down, the timing. Nice jab as well from Canelo a few seconds ago. Okay, Canelo tries to counter Munguia's jab with a right hand. Canelo jabbing now. Munguia's slowing down a little bit, but I got to figure he's got plenty of gas left in the tank. Being a young man, being a tough man. 49 seconds left in round 3. This has been a kind of slower paced round. Munguia still with the work rate, but not quite what it was in the first 2. I mean, this is still a very close round. The first 2 I gave to Munguia. This one might be a Canelo round, but it's touch and go because Munguia's outworking him. He's not landing clean, but he's just throwing so many more. Canelo is landing the cleaner ones in this round, for sure. But, okay, Munguia, very clever here. Good right hand by Munguia, throwing combinations against Canelo Alvarez. Very clever stuff from Munguia to finish the round like that, to try and catch the judge's eye. And he might have caught that round on the scorecards as well. Very, very interesting stuff. Yeah, Joe Goosens is definitely impressed. I'm impressed. He's talking about fast, short, and crisp punches from Jaime Munguia, thrown in combination. Yeah, Reynoso has to be feeling a little anxious just based upon Munguia's tactics, you know? They had to have been surprised by those tactics. All right, here we go. Round 4. All right, the crowd cheering for Munguia here. Chance of Munguia back on the jab. Canelo trying to get control of the fight, trying to slow the pace down by catching Munguia with counters. There was a left hook there from Canelo. All right, he's being a bit more aggressive here. Right hand there from Munguia, but Canelo pulled away from it. Good right hand by Canelo. That was a good solid right hand. That might be the best right hand that Canelo's landed so far in this fight. He's landed a few others, but as I say, Munguia was pulling away when the other right hands landed. That right hand caught Munguia properly. It wasn't Canelo's best right hand, but it landed clean. It was a good shot. Good jab there from Canelo. Right hand by Canelo. Yeah, Canelo's going to be forced to work in this fight. So the back end of the fight could be very, very exciting indeed, because Canelo doesn't have the greatest gas tank in the world. Good right hand to the body from Canelo Alvarez there. Will those body shots start to affect Jaime Munguia? Will they take his legs away? Again, he's a very, very tough individual. Munguia still with the work rate, keeping that jab going. Yeah, Canelo already, good right hand by Munguia. Canelo turned away from it, but still good shot. Canelo looks, good right hand by Canelo that caught Munguia there as he was opening up. Canelo to me does look a little, massive uppercut. Munguia down for the first time in his career. Great shots while Munguia was doing well. He got greedy and Canelo caught him with a beautiful combination. I think it was a right uppercut, left hook. Munguia down for the first time in his career in round 4. 23 seconds to go in the round. Let's see if Canelo jumps on him. Left hook from Canelo. Okay, Munguia a bit stationary there. This could change the complexion of the fight. Uppercut again from Canelo. Jab from Canelo. He's looking to place his shots. Good right hand from Canelo. Drama in the 4th round. Jaime Munguia down. And that was a hell of a round as well, that 4th round there. Very, very exciting. Great exchanges. Canelo was starting to land more. Munguia tried to fire back. He went into old Munguia mode and he got clipped. So here we have Munguia missing with a left hook. Canelo's nearly on the ropes. And it's a left hook, right uppercut combination from Canelo Alvarez. And down Jaime Munguia goes for the first time in his career. And that's significant because, again, Munguia's always shown a very good chin, although he's never been in the ring with a puncher like Canelo Alvarez before. And so let's see how Munguia reacts to this now. 10-8 round there for Canelo Alvarez. Great stuff. And this has been a really good fight so far. Really good fight, which I think most of us expected it to be, because of the styles. But Munguia has switched up his style in this fight, which makes it all the more interesting, at least for the first couple rounds. Let's see what he does here in round 5. Yep. 2 minutes 40 of the 5th round. All right, Munguia pawing with a jab there, not really snapping it. He's got to be mindful now of Canelo Alvarez's power because he was dropped. And it wasn't some type of flash knockdown. That was a, pretty serious knockdown. He recovered well, don't get it twisted, but he's going to be mindful now of getting into exchanges with Canelo. He's going to be more careful about it. Good jab from Canelo Alvarez. Real solid jab. Sent the spray flying from Munguia's head. Munguia tries to come back with his own right hand. Okay, Canelo. Oh, good body shot from Canelo. Munguia is losing his way in this fight here a little bit. Canelo with the left hook. Munguia managed to partially block it. Yeah, this is why power is the great equalizer. I remember there was a period in boxing where, due to the likes of Andre Ward and Mayweather, these type of guys, although Mayweather's, always had decent power, but he didn't let his hands go as a welterweight. But there was a moment or a period in boxing a few years ago where people used to underrate punchers because they'd see the likes of Bernard Hopkins, Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather diffuse punches, and they'd say, being a big punch is overrated. Well, not really. I mean, it's no substitute for skills, but good combinations here from Jaime Munguia. I mean, nothing landing massively clean, but Munguia's come back in this round. Canelo's really allowed him to come back into it by not throwing much. Oh, good jab there. Solid jab from Canelo Alvarez. But Canelo needs to be careful. Yes, he got the knockdown in that previous round, but he can't allow Munguia to make up for it by taking this one. Munguia with the combinations, moving his head, back on the jab. Again, punch is not as snappy. I think a lot of that nervous energy has left Jaime Munguia now. And obviously he expended a lot of energy in the early rounds. Going to be interesting to find out how the judges are scoring this one. Very interesting. Shout out to Chili Beef in the chat. DJ Bushi. Yes, Beast UFC. It is a good fight so far. Shout out to Matt. Definitely a good fight so far. Very interesting fight. To be fair, when is a fight between two Mexicans not exciting? It's the norm, right? When two Mexicans fight each other, it's usually an exciting one. But even more exciting because Munguia is doing better than certainly I expected, and I have to imagine most people expected. His speed, combination punches, the jab of Munguia has been very good. The work rate, obviously. His technique has really improved here. Now, he has been improving his technique over the past few years under Eric Morales. He's obviously now with Freddie Roach. But again, under Morales, the technique was better, but the work rate and the speed weren't like this. Good left hook from Canelo Alvarez rocks Munguia back on his heels. He partially blocked it, but the weight of it knocked him off balance. All right, Canelo coming in with some shots here. And, fights like this are very often difficult to score because you've got one guy landing the better quality shots, which is obviously Canelo, but the other guy just throwing way more. So when one guy's like doubled the other guy's punch output, but his punch quality is not as good, who do you go for? If nobody's getting hurt or rocked in the round, these rounds can go either way depending on what you like. Is Canelo Alvarez landing enough to compensate for the lack of output? Canelo trying to get the jab going. See, when, oh, left hook again there from Canelo. That lead left hook that he likes to throw. The slower the pace becomes, you have to imagine the better it's going to be for Canelo Alvarez. Because some of Munguia's combinations are so fast and he's throwing so many shots that Canelo can't slip and block all of them. He has to just cover up. Good right hand there from Jaime Munguia. Drives Canelo back towards the ropes. All right, Canelo. Oh, good left hook there from Canelo, slightly low. Munguia back on the inside against Canelo here. He's not too concerned about getting dropped again, it would seem. All right, referee warning them for their heads. They're getting a bit close. You don't want to see somebody get caught at this stage. Left hook misses there for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo getting a jab off, not landing clean. Munguia's jab nice and snappy, although not that much mustard on it. Good body shot there from Jaime Munguia, throwing the combinations. Again, how are the judges going to be scoring these rounds? Good left hook counter there from Canelo Alvarez, followed by a jab. We might end up getting a controversial decision here, guys. Especially with Oscar De La Hoya in attendance. You know? All right. That's the end of, what was that, round 6? Watching a replay here. Canelo with a jab. Yeah, that's nice boxing. That's the classic hook off the jab. You blind the guy with a jab and you bring his right hand forward to parry, because he's bringing his right hand forward to try and parry your jab. And then the next one, he's expecting another jab, but you instead go round his right hand with a left hook. There's a nice right hand from Canelo in the slow-mo. The PBC commentators are favoring Canelo here, but you would expect that because Canelo's a PBC fighter, at least for now, whereas Jaime Munguia is a Golden Boy fighter. So they're favoring Canelo's quality over Munguia's quantity, at least in that 6th round. So here we are, round 7, 2 minutes 48. Canelo coming out a bit faster, letting that big left hook go. All right, Munguia letting the snappy combinations go. They are being blocked there, but still. Oh, good right hand from Canelo Alvarez. Rock Munguia back a little bit. Another right hand by Canelo Alvarez. I feel that Canelo needs to hurt Munguia again or drop him again to keep him under control, because, again, Munguia is going to start to nick rounds here. Okay, more punches here from Jaime Munguia, just staying busy. Canelo blocking most of them, but are the judges sure that they're all being blocked from their position at ringside? That's the question that a lot of boxing fans watching on television don't ask themselves. The judges don't have the same view that you do. Sometimes they're looking at a guy's back. Okay, good shots there from Canelo Alvarez. Good body shot. Knocks Munguia off balance. Munguia just throwing, but not landing anything clean really in this round at all to the head, although he's got Canelo trapped in the corner. Oh, good left hook there from Canelo Alvarez. I think he stunned Munguia a little bit with a left hook. It was partially blocked, but Munguia backed off. Yeah, this has been, I would say, ineffective aggression this round from Jaime Munguia. Lots of shots thrown, but nothing at all landing clean. And in previous rounds, there were some Munguia shots landing clean here and there. But here, I want to say Canelo's quality is trumping Munguia's quantity in this round for me so far. 33 seconds left in the round. 32, 31. Right hand to the body there from Jaime Munguia. Double jab from Munguia. Okay, little inside exchanges here. Good left hook there from Canelo Alvarez, finishing the round strong. Yeah, this is a Canelo round for me. Although, will he take the next round off? Canelo's gas tank has never been the greatest. He has to pace himself carefully, which he's learned to do over the years. But in pacing himself carefully, that means taking rounds off. Canelo breathing quite heavy and standing in the corner rather than sitting down. The younger guy in Munguia, you have to figure, has got more left in the tank. Why is Eddie Reynoso taking a swig of water? You're not fighting, bro. DJ Bushi says, this is a much better fight than Canelo Charlo. Yeah, way better. Because Munguia's actually come to fight. He's actually got some heart. Charlo just came to survive. Great body shot. Yeah, I didn't actually catch that during the fight. Yeah, you're right. There was a great body shot from Canelo that did hurt Munguia. All right, here we go. Round 8. 2 minutes 53. Munguia's trying to get back on that jab, start around 8. Larry Hazard has got Canelo up 68-64. Larry Hazard used to be, I'm not sure if he still is, an official for the Nevada State Athletic Commission. Was he the commissioner or something? Larry Hazard, black guy. He's been around for ages in boxing. Anyway, trivia aside, Jaime Munguia back on the jab at the start of this round for the whole first nearly minute now. Canelo Alvarez hasn't really thrown anything yet. He's backing Jaime Munguia into a corner, trying to get his own jab going. All right, good combinations by Munguia. Real fast combinations. Real fast combinations. A good body shot did land in that exchange. The headshots weren't landing, but the body shots landed. Still doing his Dimitri Bivol impression. And obviously, it's not up to the level of the real Bivol, but it's a pretty good impression. It's a better impression of Bivol than I thought Jaime Munguia could do. Nice body shot there from Canelo. Munguia trying to come back with his own. Canelo Alvarez is like Joe Louis in there. You know, Joe Louis was another one of these fighters who chooses quality over quantity. He could be outworked. He could be out-hustled, Joe Louis, but he was such a powerful puncher and he was so accurate that he could take a lot of the zip out of you by landing a few well-placed shots. Good left hook there from Canelo Alvarez. I think that did just get inside the guard of Jaime Munguia. 45 seconds left to go in the 8th. Again, how do you score this round? A lot of these rounds are open to interpretation because Canelo is throwing so few. It does remind me a little bit of the Joe Calzaghe Bernard Hopkins fight back in the days. Yeah? Because Calzaghe was throwing loads more than Hopkins, but Hopkins was landing the more clean shots, the more eye-catching clean shots. It's not exactly like that fight, but it's a similar pattern where one guy's throwing loads, the younger guy's throwing loads, and the older guy's just placing the more accurate shots here and there. Oh, good right hand there by Canelo Alvarez. Very crafty veteran move. And that's the end of round 8. So, I don't know. Do you give that round to Munguia on work rate? Do you give it to Canelo? The previous round was definitely Canelo, but I want to say this round might have been a Munguia round. Not surprising because, as I said in the previous round, Canelo normally after a big round like that will have to take a round off to rest. So very, very interesting here. Very, very interesting. Leo says, has anyone ever buzzed Canelo? Yeah. Miguel Cotto's brother buzzed Canelo. Buzzed him badly. That was on the undercard of Mayweather versus Shane Mosley back in the days. All right, here we go. Round 9 coming up. All right, good fight. Round 9, undisputed super middleweight world title. Canelo Alvarez, the champion, defended against Jaime Munguia, the challenger. Yeah, I'm really not sure about the PBC commentators here, because they're painting it out to be a very one-sided affair for Canelo. As you would expect, again, he's the PBC fighter at the moment. Munguia's good combinations for Munguia on the inside, really letting his hands go. Munguia with a left hook there, driving Canelo back towards the ropes on work rate. The shot, a good right hand. Okay, a couple of right hands did get through there from Munguia. They were solid shots. Canelo Alvarez coming back with his own, because so many of Munguia's punches are being blocked. But in that exchange, another right hand gets through from Jaime Munguia. Another right hand from Jaime Munguia. Munguia landing clean now. Canelo being forced to work here, and he doesn't like that. But then again, he's going for the big left hook. And Munguia, has he gotten used to Canelo's power? Is Canelo's power lessening? Because he has been hit clean. Okay, not sure why Canelo was complaining there. He said a low blow, but it looked like a clean body shot to me. I'd like to see that on replay. Maybe it was low, but I want to see the replay. So yeah, Canelo's landed clean on Munguia since that knockdown, but he hasn't had the same effect. So maybe he just hasn't caught him in the right spot, or maybe Munguia's warming up to the power. All right, Munguia pressing the action here. Canelo against the ropes, not really coming back with too many counters. Tried the counter uppercut there. Munguia really going for it. I mean, the way Munguia is throwing, it's as if Canelo Alvarez is hurt and Munguia is trying to finish him off. Alvarez isn't hurt, right? I'm just explaining, expressing the way in which Munguia is trying to set about him. It's as if he's got a wounded animal in front of him. Maybe he feels that Canelo is really tiring and he wants to step on the gas for that reason. That was a good left. Oh, good left hook there from Canelo to the head, but Munguia comes right back. He's a tough kid, always has been. Very tough kid. All right, that's the end of round 9. How you guys scoring this fight? Because I'm finding it difficult to score these rounds. Shout out to Hamed. He's got it 5-3 or 4-4. To who? To Canelo or Munguia? Askipper's got it 5-4 Munguia. Habibi says the zone have only given Munguia 2 rounds. Wow. Waved has got Canelo up by 2. I'm not really going to argue too much with people's scorecards because the rounds are so open to interpretation. But if you're going to be fair, then you can't give the vast majority of the rounds to Canelo, you know? If you got Canelo ahead, yeah, I could see it if you really prefer the quality over quantity. But there were some rounds where Canelo literally threw and landed virtually nothing. And it's not like Munguia's work was great, but he was at least throwing. So, yeah, only giving 2 rounds to Munguia, to me, that's... yeah. And it's similar on the PBC scorecard. They've only given Munguia 2 rounds as well. Yeah, that's... I I definitely don't agree with how wide they got it. Definitely not. I think it's a much closer fight than that. And I'm sure that Oscar De La Hoya, if Munguia doesn't get the decision here, will be screaming that from the rooftops that the judging was unfair. Oh, Munguia really going for it. Really going for it. He's showing Jamel Charlo how it's done. Canelo's definitely going to be full of praise for Munguia after this fight. As long as the decision goes Canelo's way and Munguia doesn't make a fuss about it, which he might, we'll see. Good right hand there from Canelo Alvarez. He's looking for the uppercut. Munguia starting to look ragged now. You know, his punches, while they're still coming quite fast, they don't have the snap that they had earlier on in the fight. He's still throwing a good body shot there. Canelo looking for the left hook. It's kind of like a left hook come left uppercut, like the Razor Ruddock smash, the one that fractured Billy Joe Saunders' eye socket. Yeah, Munguia throwing all sorts of shots here. I mean, this is by far the best I've ever seen Jaime Munguia. I've never seen him look this good in a fight. Never seen him this fast. Never seen his punches this snappy. He's definitely raised this game. Oh, good right hand there from Canelo Alvarez. 35 seconds left to go in the 10th. Another good right hand by Canelo Alvarez. Munguia taking him well, but they were nice, clean, eye-catching shots. Munguia's combinations, yeah, hitting gloves mostly in this round. Again, that Dimitri Bivol impression. Right hand there from Canelo, but Munguia was moving away. That's a round that I would probably give to Canelo on quality. Again, Munguia wasn't landing enough clean. Plenty of fast combinations, but nearly all being blocked there. There was a right hand there in the instant replay. And a left hook as well for Munguia that got through, but there weren't enough of those. Here's Canelo with a right hand. Great right hand on the side of the jaw of Jaime Munguia. Moving into round 11, Canelo has stood in between, I think, most of the rounds, if not all of them. Jaime Munguia sitting down, taking instructions from Freddie Roach. Here we go, round 11. Championship rounds. Will it all be decided in these rounds, or do the judges have it as wide for Canelo as the commentators do? Canelo starts with a solid jab. Munguia coming in, moving his head. Good jabs from Canelo Alvarez. Nice. Munguia pressing forward, but getting picked off with that Alvarez jab again. All right, they lock up there in the clinch. Back to center ring. Canelo back on the jab. He's doing the veteran stuff in there. As Munguia's shape starts to break down, you know, he's not holding his shape as well. There's more gaps in his defense. Canelo's going back to basics, which is the jab. Munguia's still trying to keep his jab going. It's a pesky jab, but it's not as accurate as Canelo's. And in these rounds, in the championship rounds, when you're tired, when it's been a grueling fight, and then a guy starts hitting you with solid jabs all of a sudden. You know, he's kept that jab in the locker for a few rounds, but now he busts out the jab again. It can sicken you this late in a fight. You know, like when Anthony Yarde fought Sergey Kovalev. He was taking the shots all right most of the way through the fight, but after he emptied the tank in the 8th, Kovalev came back in the 9th and 10th, and he was sticking a heavy jab on Anthony Yarde, sickened him, and actually dropped him and stopped him with a jab eventually. All right, there was a clash of heads there. Referee checks Munguia. No damage done. So Canelo getting the jab popping in round 11. Okay, good jabs there from Canelo. Again, uppercut from Canelo, sneaky on the inside, tries the hook, but Munguia's moving his head and gets out of the way. All right, Munguia making Canelo miss there for a change. Making each other miss. Nice jab from Canelo. So the story of this round has been Canelo's jab. Munguia, for me, ineffective work. Canelo's defense there. And not really many power shots landed by either man. But the Canelo jab has landed nice and solid throughout the round. There it is again. Ducking underneath Munguia's follow-ups. Munguia got plenty of energy. That's his signature thing, really. That's his calling card, is the energy. He's always had that from early in his career. Good shots from Canelo Alvarez there. Nice combination. Yeah, this is a Canelo round. Munguia's work rate, not quite what it was. And again, the accuracy not there. Canelo's jab and clean punching definitely took him round 11 for me. That young man has fought his heart out, Jaime Munguia. So, maximum respect. And definitely surprised me with his tactics and his style. The bootleg Dimitri Bivol. Matt says, even in victory, this is the kind of fight that will take its toll on Canelo. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Shout out to President Brush. We got Chief and Cozy. All right, here we go. Going into the 12th round. Let's see if there's any drama in this final one. Here we go. Round 12. Will it be Canelo on points? The meme. Munguia on the front foot, and Munguia's going to give it everything in this round. He is going to let it all hang out. He's going to fight like his life depends on winning this final round here. Yeah, Munguia swarming all over him. Canelo coming back with the counters, the signature left hook to the body. Munguia's head movement quite good there as he came forward, making Canelo miss. Far shots there from Jaime Munguia, just throwing. He's on the inside now. Mexican style phone booth fight right now. Earlier on, of course, Munguia was moving around the ring and using his legs and reach, but it's now being fought in a phone booth. Munguia gets up on his toes there, right as I say that though, and starts bouncing a little bit, but yeah, he's back on the inside again. Canelo making him miss. Swaying back from the punches. Now Canelo's on the front foot. He puts a combination in, partially blocked by Jaime Munguia. Okay, uppercut there from Canelo. That's the dangerous shot that dropped Munguia early in the fight. I think it was the 4th round. Munguia, right hand there, which was blocked by Canelo. Canelo takes a little walk to the side. Good right hand to the body by Canelo Alvarez. 1 minute 10 left in the 12th. It's been a quiet round. Munguia must be desperately tired because he's a very aggressive fighter. And he's been very aggressive in this fight, but he hasn't really had the work. Oh, good right hand there by Canelo Alvarez. I think Munguia's stunned. He held immediately after it landed. Might have been stunned by that punch. Canelo with a follow-up left hook. Munguia seems okay, but I think that punch momentarily stunned him. 41 seconds left to go in the 12th. Canelo with a check left hook there, then a jab. Yeah, this is not the kind of round that Munguia needed it to be. Neither guy has landed a load, but I think Canelo has landed a few more quality shots. It's probably going to be another Canelo round. Another one there from Canelo, right hand. Yeah, not the big grandstand effort from Munguia in the 12th that it needed to be. So he must be really tired. Good right hand there by Canelo. Yeah, that's a Canelo round to finish it off in the 12th. Good fight. Good fight. Jaime Munguia equipped himself well. He gave Canelo Alvarez plenty of work. It may not be reflected on, well, it definitely isn't reflected on the scorecards of the commentators for Amazon Prime. Maybe not for the zone either, but and because of course, even though Canelo isn't a the zone fighter right now, he may well go back to the zone. So they don't want to upset him by making out as though Jaime Munguia beat him. Yeah, I think Munguia, if you're going to be fair, won plenty of rounds there. I'm not going to say he won enough rounds to win the fight, but he definitely won his fair share of rounds. I want to say Munguia won at least 4 rounds in this fight. At least. But then, of course, he had a 10-8 round against him. So that widens the gap for Canelo Alvarez. All right, let's see the score. All right, we back in a sec, guys. All right. What is the decision? That's wide. Pretty wide as well. Okay, all the scorecards wide is going to be for Canelo. And still, yeah, Munguia looks very disappointed there. What was the closest card? 116, 111? So Joe Tessitore was complaining about the judges' scores there. What was the complaint? That the cards were too close or too wide? Hmm. Yeah, Canelo talking that Mexican stuff again. Huh? Canelo saying that Munguia was a little slow. He definitely weren't slow. Predictable, maybe. Hmm. Yeah, Canelo's English pretty much fluent these days. He's been improving over the years, obviously, but I remember a few years ago he wouldn't speak any English at all. I think he could speak some English, but maybe he just wasn't confident enough to speak publicly. Okay, talking about David Benavidez. As soon as Benavidez was mentioned, they all started booing. Uh-uh. I'm Mexican. That's kind of a dig at Benavidez. Benavidez Mexican as well, but he's a Chicano. That's what that's the word that they use for Mexicans who are not born in Mexico. Chicanos. So Canelo pulling the rank on David Benavidez there as far as who's more Mexican, right? You weren't really born in Mexico, or you weren't born in Mexico, so you're not really a proper Mexican. You're a Chicano. Why the hell are they bringing a translator in when Canelo speaks probably better English than the translator does? That was weird. All right, now they're talking to Munguia. And after watching that fight, surely a lot more people are going to think that David Benavidez can beat Canelo, more than ever now. Because David Benavidez, of course, has got tremendous work rate and probably more powerful. Yeah, Munguia, magnanimous in defeat. I mean, he understands what it is. You know, he knows what it is. As a fellow Mexican with Canelo, he knows what it is. He can't come in and start talking this, that, and the other. Yeah, so magnanimous in defeat, disappointed clearly. But yeah, Benavidez, it's interesting, isn't it? the way that they boo Benavidez just for wanting to fight. Crazy. Crazy. All right. That was a pretty good fight. Definitely worth a watch. Shout out to everybody who joined in on the chat. And I'm going to bring this stream to a close. So, yeah. Got you guys in a bit. I'm out.